Hey guys, it's Wesley here. I just wanted to give you a quick walk around on the brand new 2023 Corolla Crown. This particular vehicle is wrapped in black. It is a limited. As you can see, this is an all-wheel drive, which I believe is a standard option on the Crown for this year. We're gonna go all the way around here, give you a nice little view of the curves and angles of this vehicle. It's a sleek looking design. I'm actually really impressed with it. It's the first one I've really been able to actually get to drive and try out on my own. It is a slightly taller vehicle than what you might expect from a sedan. And what this is doing, this is replacing the Avalon from last year, or from 2022, I'm sorry. It's definitely taller, a little bit easier to get in and out of because of that. It almost feels like you're sitting up like in an SUV, but at the same time, it is still a sedan, still has a regular trunk. It is not a hatchback, even though it does kind of have that dovetail hatchback design to it. We'll walk around here to the front. It's got a very sharp, angular front end. This is actually kind of shares this same characteristic with the Corolla. I believe the new Camrys that are going to be coming out here soon will also share this same front end design. Overall, it's a nice, aggressive look. I love the way that this one looks. It does have the split beam headlights. These are LED. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll take a look at the interior right quick. Walking up to it, you'll notice this vehicle does have the clear glass roof. It does not open, but it does have shades inside, which I'll show you here. All right, so on the limited package, you're going to get dual power seats. They are going to be heated and cooled. You will get power folding mirrors. You will get your seat memory settings. Now let's take a look. I'm going to go ahead and crank it up for you guys because this vehicle is black on black, and believe it or not, even though it's September, we're in Texas, it's still a little bit warm. I'd say it's probably about 90. This one does have the optional JBL audio system, which I'd love to show you. However, copyright rules won't let me do that. It does sound very nice. Plenty of tuning you can do on that. It does have the full digital screen along with the 12.3-inch touchscreen on this side. Let me go ahead and crank up some AC in here. It is going to have dual zone climate control. It will also have a heated steering wheel. Lots and lots of buttons, and if you guys get to know me enough, you'll learn that Wesley doesn't really like buttons. I like simple, straightforward, and to the point. You know, I can't lie to you, I drive older Toyotas. I've had several older Tundras. You know, they're just old school 5.7 V8s. You know, they're big and brawny. They get horrible fuel mileage, but you know what they don't do? They don't break. They don't have all the technology of these newer vehicles. I'm not saying that Toyotas break. I'm just saying that I'm a simple man. I don't require much. But you've got buttons galore. This side over here is, of course, going to be your smart cruise control. This vehicle will come with the radar cruise control, which is our version of adaptive cruise control. You will have your lane departure warning system with steering assist. This vehicle also has lane trace assist, which is what this button right here does. Basically, it will allow you to set your cruise control with the adaptive cruise turned on, and you can push this button and it will actually keep in its lane. You can take your hands off the wheel for so many seconds. I don't recommend it, but it does allow you to remove your hands, I want to say somewhere in the neighborhood of 7 to 8 seconds, and this vehicle will stay right in its lane. Pretty impressive. And of course, with the adaptive cruise, if you come up on a vehicle too fast, say it's a slower moving 18-wheeler or a grandma in a minivan, you get close to them, this vehicle will automatically sense that vehicle and it'll back off, keep you a safe distance between the two of you. Of course, down here, you're going to have your controls for your presets on your radio. Mode allows you to switch between XM, AM, FM, Bluetooth, and so forth. On the left side, you will have your toggle for your center cluster here. Lots of maneuverability. You can do pretty much anything you want. You can change the color. Well, I say that. You can change the themes, making these gauges look a little different. In turn, if you do put the vehicle in sport mode, it will change the colors. You also have an eco mode. Of course, this here is your volume control, and then below it you do have your speak to talk. This vehicle obviously will come with your wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. This works with that as well. Of course, auto high beam headlights, auto headlights, heated windshield wiper elements. Super cool. That's something I think Toyota's had for quite a while now. Still kind of keeps us above the rest out there. I haven't seen that on any of the GM products, or really any of the other competitors for that. Look down here, pretty nice amount of space. Kind of interesting on this lid, you can open from opposite sides. How do they do that? Anyways, you do have a removable tray in here. You will have a charging port here. This particular charging port is going to be a regular USB. If you look up here, you're going to have two smaller USB Type-Cs. You will have your lateral charging port. It is a wireless charging port. You slide your phone in. It still allows you to be able to see your screen, even though you really don't need to be looking at it while you're driving. But there's that. This shifter design is actually carried over from the Prius. It's kind of interesting. I've had a couple people struggle with it. It's very simple. It's just, it takes a few minutes to get used to. So basically, I've got my foot on the brake. It is electric. So push it over and down for drive. Push it over and up for reverse. There's your large wide angle view on your reverse camera. Push it down for neutral, and push the button for park. It does have an electronic power parking brake. You do not have to mess with this. Most of these vehicles are already going to be preset from the factory to set your parking brake every time you put the vehicle in park. You are able to override that if you prefer. This vehicle also has brake hold. I still don't know, the real reason behind having this, other than they just give it to you just to have. Basically, if you pull up to an ATM or a drive-through and you don't feel like putting the vehicle fully into park, you can simply press that button with your foot on the brake, and then you can release the brake and it won't go anywhere. Sounds a lot like putting it in park to me. Anyways, this particular vehicle does have EV mode. You can drive in full EV for a set amount of time. I believe it's actually under a certain speed. After that speed, it will automatically kick over to the full hybrid system, where it will utilize the gas engine as well as the electric engine. So that's been a quick walk around on this vehicle. I will tell you, I'm very impressed with the build quality. These are fully built in Japan. They're brought over. Everybody has that argument of Japanese-built Toyotas are better than American-built. They're all great quality vehicles. I still think that that's, probably not the truth. I think they're all built to the same specifications. It just seems like the models that are built in Japan are usually the little bit more upscale models anyways. I love the dash. Of course, any and all dashes on Toyotas now are going to be black, but they use a nice material. You don't have to worry about the sticky dash syndrome from the late 2000s, 09, 2010 era. They don't have glare. They're somewhat of an anti-glare material. Very nice touch. They feel great. Materials feel nice and not plasticky. They are plastic, but they don't have any squeaks or rattles. Overall, the one thing I will complain about on this one, I actually had the same issue on the Avalons. It may just be me. I'm 6'3". I do have a little bit of a lack of headroom on these vehicles. And of course, I know this one does have the panoramic glass roof, which will open now. It is a one-touch system. But the headroom just isn't there. All the other models, Toyota's actually figured it out quite well. The trucks have great headroom now. The Camrys have great headroom. The Corollas have great headroom. I just find it funny that I'm sitting in our flagship sedan and I don't have as much legroom or headroom as the Camry. Kind of surprising to me. I wasn't expecting that when hopping into this vehicle. But in terms of actual build quality and just overall comfort and feel, it really is a nice vehicle. It's actually very quick, even though this is not the Hybrid Max. This is the smaller 2.5 liter 4-cylinder hybrid, naturally aspirated. It's got great pickup. I think if you really are a diehard V6 person, if you miss the power of the V6, I would highly recommend maybe moving up to the Hybrid Max. I believe they're pushing somewhere in the neighborhood of 326 horsepower. This particular model is roughly 243 horsepower. It's got great get up. It's gonna be a lot more impressive than, say, your 4-cylinder Camrys. But again, if you're wanting just that extra bump in power, move on up to the Hybrid Max. It's gonna be a turbocharged 2.4 liter 4-cylinder. It is going to also have the 6-speed automatic transmission, whereas this one has the CVT. No complaints out of the CVT also. It drives great. It's a very nice, linear, smooth acceleration all the way up. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like these videos, little, simple 10-minute reviews, let me know in the comments. Please subscribe. I'm getting very close to 100 subscribers. We might do a little giveaway of some sort. I know a lot of the YouTubers out there in the community like to do that. I'm thinking about it. I might have to do something like that. Appreciate you guys. Have a great day.